Oh, about me. Y'all, that people be mad. You gonna always be mad. What gotta say? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So D-Lo, we finna turn up on these. Man. He got me on one, playing on my top, man.
I'm finna give y'all exactly what y'all been looking for. The people who been talking a little crazy, I see y'all. I see the crazy people, okay? I see the crazy people that's rappers. I see the crazy people that's bloggers. I see the crazy people that's fans. I see the crazy people that's naughties. Y'all is finna get exactly what y'all been looking for.
Man, the street's been buzzing non-stop, and it's getting wild out here. GloRilla pulled up on Brandon Ingram this past weekend like she was ready to steal every camera in the building. But now, Megan Thee Stallion's name is flying around too, because folks online are claiming she's behind some so-called leak that's got everybody spinning. Rumor hunters online been saying Megan dropped hints about some fan-made secret tape that people swear shows GloRilla in some messy situation with her label boss Yo Gotti. Even though nobody's proved a thing, the internet acting like they just found buried treasure, and it's sending folks into a frenzy. All this mess started the second GloRilla stepped out courtside to support Brandon, the same kind of move Megan used to pull when she was cheering for her man. What should have been a simple flex turned into a storm because people close to the situation kept pushing this idea that Megan thought GloRilla was copying her style. And that's when the whole vibe shifted hard. After that, everything spun out. These online leak rumors had timelines melting down, and word is Brandon been stepping back from all that noise because he doesn't want to be caught in the middle. Meanwhile, GloRilla been hopping online trying to clap back at the talk and shut it down. What used to look like light competition between two successful artists suddenly morphed into some huge online scandal folks keep trying to turn into something deeper than it is. And honestly, nobody's shocked at this point. People been claiming Megan and GloRilla had tension bubbling for a while, and this whole latest internet circus just made people act like it's official beef. It's 2025, and people still tossing around tape drop rumors like it's some type of online challenge. It wasn't even that long ago when Megan took GloRilla on tour. They were smiling, taking pics, having a good time. Now online fans acting like they're sworn rivals over every little thing. So, how did everything flip this fast? Things really got messy after GloRilla pulled up courtside for Brandon and made sure every camera saw she was right there with him. She wanted the world to see it loud and clear. That's her man. But then, the plot twist came in because Brandon's team was going up against the Mavericks, and Megan's boyfriend Klay Thompson plays for them. Suddenly, everybody online started acting like this was some secret who supported their man better showdown. Even though Megan didn't show up at the game, folks swear the energy in the arena was stiff. Then it got even more complicated because GloRilla just teamed up with EJ King, the same stylist who used to work with Megan until they suddenly stopped. Neither of them ever explained why they split, but the timing got people raising eyebrows like crazy. This whole situation feels like the kind of thing that could blow any second if people keep adding more wild theories to it. The way the internet running with this is unreal. EJ finally broke his silence, and he came in bold. He straight up said, "I want to do more TV. I want to do more for me, my brand. I don't want to work under somebody. I never want to work for someone who makes you feel like what you do for them is disposable. When you work for people personally, sometimes they forget that you're your own person." That one statement had timelines spinning like crazy. It's clear there's tension between him and Megan, and folks online been pointing it out non-stop. Some reports even claimed Megan supposedly owed him around $80,000 in styling fees she never handled. But fans swear the real issue wasn't the money at all. They think what truly cracked their friendship was EJ testifying against Megan during the Tory Lanez case, and that's when everything went left real fast. See, EJ was one of the rare people who actually knew the events from that night because he was reportedly right there. According to early court coverage, Kylie Jenner had invited Megan, Kelsey, and EJ to her mansion for a party, meaning EJ had a front row seat to the whole situation. By the time the trial came around, he and Megan weren't working together anymore, but the shocker hit when he stepped onto that witness stand against her. The moment he spoke, people were gasping online like crazy. During his testimony, EJ reportedly said Megan, Kelsey, and Kylie had already been drinking before Tori even arrived. But when Tori showed up, the vibe apparently shifted. Megan and Kylie were said to be having a good time at first, but EJ claimed Megan's energy switched from fun to straight irritated. He even said he tried to get her to leave the party without Tori, but she didn't want to go because she was too lit to care about the drama unfolding around her. Then he dropped another statement that shook the room, claiming Megan can get aggressive when she's had too much to drink. And if that wasn't enough to turn the internet upside down, EJ later went on Instagram talking about how tough it was to testify that day. But what sent fans into a whole meltdown was that he posted the video with the Law and Order theme playing in the background. Like, who does that right after a court case? Fans were stunned, confused, entertained, everything all at once. The internet didn't waste a second. Memes, theories, debates, it turned into a full-blown circus online. The way people reacted, you'd think EJ dropped a whole movie trailer instead of a testimony recap. EJ caught a huge wave of backlash for that post. Folks were saying he was basically mocking Megan, and the fact he never apologized made the whole vibe even heavier. The tension between them was already simmering, so when GloRilla linked up with him, fans lost it instantly. People felt like she was making a sneaky move just to get under Megan's skin. Like, why else team up with an ex-stylist who's been tossing shade for months? Nobody was surprised when chaos pulled up right after. Turns out, the real reason GloRilla and Megan started slipping apart goes way back to the Tory Lanez situation. Not too long ago, GloRilla reposted one of Tory's songs on Instagram, and Megan wasn't feeling that at all. She unfollowed her on the spot. GloRilla tried to defend herself, saying, "I'm internet-ish, and I don't do mesh. It was an innocent repost. Y'all BSing." She tried to make it sound harmless, but fans were convinced something deeper was brewing behind all the calm talk. And now here we are, switching stylists, dropping indirect posts, dealing with online whispers about some fan-made leak, plus GloRilla's relationship catching extra pressure. It all went next-level messy a few days ago when GloRilla and EJ were spotted courtside together, and Megan showed up too, rocking her new stylist, Kalon. The second those pics hit the timeline, the internet exploded like an instant drama alert. Fans wasted no time stirring mess. One person even tweeted at GloRilla, "Now she got her own Kalon now," trying to spark beef between both sides. But Kalon wasn't letting that slide. He clapped back saying, "You ain't no Kalon." Then he doubled down even harder. "I could give not 1, 2, 3 Fs about anything y'all ever got going on, baby. You should know that out of all people, never gave a F to be one. Please, let's not forget there would be no Kalon and Meg if it wasn't for me. Let's be humble, babes." And just like that, the comment section turned into a full-on battleground. Fans were choosing sides, dropping opinions, throwing shade. The whole scene blew up faster than anybody expected. Quick question for you. What's the wildest part of this whole situation so far? Drop your answer in the comments. Kalon didn't slow down for a second. He doubled back with an even harder clapback, claiming he and GloRilla were the first ones at the game, not Megan. He said, "Which is so delusional because we went to the game first, and when did it become a race or competition to be like anybody?" I think that's the weirdest misconception going around now. The internet ate that up instantly. Folks were laughing like, why is everyone acting like this is the NBA Finals of pettiness? After that, it turned into a full-on digital brawl. GloRilla's hairstylist jumped into the mess too, posting, "Y'all haters are weird. Go stream and buy y'all's faves music instead of arguing online. It's giving overly pathetic." Haha. That slick jab made it real clear that both squads been trading shade behind the scenes way before any of this went public. The vibe got gritty real quick. It's wild because these folks used to work together, travel together, and party side by side like everything was solid. Now everyone's choosing teams like it's some reality TV showdown, all because Megan and GloRilla can't stand each other at the moment. The whole vibe flipped from sisterhood to straight tension overnight, and their teams are hyping it up instead of calming it down. But the thing that really pushed Megan over the edge? A shady little retweet GloRilla made. Some fan tweeted, "We all know she started being bitter after she was outsold by GloRilla." And GloRilla hit that like button for everyone to see. That one tap said more than any diss track ever could. For context, both Megan and GloRilla dropped albums around the same time, but GloRilla ended up selling about 5,000 more copies. Fans instantly took that as the scoreboard for who's winning the feud. And once that sales comparison hit the internet, the tension blew up all over again. People were glued to their screens, waiting to see who would swing next, whether it was another retweet, a slick caption, or some shady interview moment. Real quick, whose side do you think just made the mess even bigger with these posts? Drop it in the comments. When GloRilla liked that shady post, she basically said the quiet part out loud. She thinks Megan's jealous of her, even though Megan been in the industry way longer. And instead of backing down, GloRilla doubled up the attitude and tweeted, "Bad as ever," like she was daring anybody to check her. Her confidence was on full blast, and some fans loved it, but others weren't feeling the energy at all. Now the street's buzzing with a wild rumor. Folks saying Megan's done letting anybody play her like she's soft. Word around the blogs is that she's allegedly holding on to a tape that supposedly shows GloRilla getting a little too friendly with Yo Gotti and another man at the same time. People online keep claiming Megan's threatening to leak it if GloRilla doesn't cool off with the petty shots. The whole idea got everyone staring at their screens like, wait, what? If that rumor was true, Megan would be pulling out a whole cannon in what should have been a small argument. But nobody actually knows if she really got this tape, or if she's just bluffing to keep things from blowing up even more. Still, the timing got people side-eyeing everything, especially since GloRilla been real quiet online ever since those whispers started. Fans connecting dots like detectives, trying to figure out if there's something real behind the smoke. But the mess ain't just staying online, it's sliding straight into GloRilla's real life too. These alleged threats sparked new talk that things might be shaky between GloRilla and Brandon Ingram, because rumor has it, Brandon is uncomfortable with this whole story about her being in some kind of too close situation with Yo Gotti, who also happens to be her boss. Folks been speculating about GloRilla and Gotti for a long time, so if Brandon's only now paying attention, he might be way late to the conversation. Either way, the situation is loud, chaotic, and spilling in every direction. Fans, teams, relationships, careers. Everybody watching like it's the season finale of some wild drama series, waiting to see who's gonna speak up next or drop the next shocker. These rumors didn't just pop out of nowhere. People been connecting dots for a long minute now. Fans kept pointing out how Yo Gotti was acting real familiar with GloRilla, and it didn't feel like your usual artist and label situation anymore. The way he showed up in her life with gifts, looks, and energy had folks saying it felt way more romantic than professional. People were side-eyeing everything like, hold on, what exactly is going on here? But the internet really exploded when Gotti surprised her with a brand new Maybach truck for her birthday. And not just any car, a luxury ride worth around $200,000 with a giant red bow sitting on top. That wasn't giving label support. That was giving, I care about you in a whole different way. GloRilla hopped online glowing, thanking him with a smile that said her whole day had been made. The vibe was definitely more, this is special, than business as usual. Fans flooded the comments instantly, saying there's no way this was normal industry behavior. It was way deeper than that. You could practically feel the energy jumping off the screen, and suddenly, those quiet whispers people been tossing around turned into full-blown conversations. Folks started believing something real might be going on behind closed doors. And just when the internet thought the flexing couldn't get any louder, Gotti cranked it up to level 10. He pulled up with another gift, an 18-karat Audemars Piguet Royal Oak watch worth a mind-blowing $65,000. He showed off that bling like he was dropping a silent message. She's important to me, without ever saying the words. Flashy, bold, and impossible to ignore. It was clear this wasn't your everyday label artist bond. By that point, the internet had officially lost all chill. Fans were debating non-stop, some calling them a new power duo, others saying the whole situation looked messy and complicated. Either way, everyone was tuned in, watching their every move like it was the hottest storyline of the year. That whole situation was Yo Gotti sending a loud, shiny message to the entire industry. He was willing to spend big on GloRilla, and he didn't care who was watching. You don't just hand somebody a Maybach and a diamond-loaded watch unless there's something real going on. No debate. Fans started connecting dots fast, wondering if this was still business, or if things had slid into a whole different lane. But the gifts were only half the story. What really had people talking was the way Gotti spoke about her. Every time he mentioned GloRilla, he didn't sound like some label exec boosting his artist. He sounded like a man genuinely proud of the woman next to him. The tone in his voice, the way his face lit up, the vibe in his body language, all of it screamed, "This is personal." And fans caught that instantly. And he didn't just talk big, he backed it up in real life. Gotti popped out to her birthday party in Memphis, not as a quiet guest lurking in the background, but as her #1 hype man. He hit the stage with her, cheering her on like she was the center of his whole universe. That wasn't no behind-the-scenes business move. That was public, loud, and deliberately bold. He wanted the whole city to know he was right there with her. No hiding, no subtlety, no mystery. The message couldn't have been clearer. Whatever's going on between them runs way deeper than music contracts and studio sessions. And Gotti made sure the world didn't just hear it. He made sure they saw it, bright and undeniable. It's starting to look like this whole situation was an open secret, and Brandon might have been the last person to catch on. If these rumors are even halfway true, he's definitely feeling some type of way right now. The whole thing low-key mirrors Megan's past situation with Party. Remember that moment? When he found out during the trial that she had allegedly been involved with a few other industry guys before him, he couldn't handle it. Their breakup turned loud, emotional, and straight-up explosive, and social media wouldn't stop talking for weeks. But GloRilla's situation? This one might be even wilder. The whispers going around say there could be some tape floating out there showing her in a messy three-way. And if that's real, this drama jumps to a whole different league. What started as simple courtside flexing with Brandon has turned into pure chaos out of nowhere. One minute she's living her best life, and the next minute her whole world is getting flipped and shaken. Now Brandon Ingram is reportedly stepping back, trying to protect his image while the internet runs wild. Fans are dissecting every post, every like, every tiny reaction. It's turning into full-on madness out here. Meanwhile, GloRilla is caught dead center, surrounded by rumors, relationship tension, and a supposed tape that could shake up everything if it ever sees daylight. If this situation keeps building the way it is, it could end up becoming one of the messiest industry storylines we've seen in a long time. It's unraveling fast, and nobody knows where it's headed next. Quick question for you. If you were in Brandon's shoes, what would you do right now? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you're enjoying this breakdown of the chaos, make sure you hit that like button. Yo Gotti's big, shiny gestures, the Maybach, the diamond-loaded watch, the loud affection, used to make GloRilla's career look untouchable. But now that same glitter is turning into straight gasoline for the chaos taking over her personal life. Fans been piecing clues together for months, and at this point, it's looking like those rumors might have had more truth hiding underneath than anybody wanted to admit. Now the real question hanging in the air is this: what's next for GloRilla? Is Megan seriously prepping to drop that alleged tape? Or is she using the threat as a heavy bluff to keep GloRilla on edge? And what about Brandon? Is he gonna stay by her side while the internet burns around them? Or is this where he steps out before things get even messier? The tension is thick right now, and nobody knows who's about to make the next move. One thing we do know, the streets are fully locked in. GloRilla's whole world is spinning, and this scandal's not slowing down for anyone. Each update hits louder, crazier, and more unpredictable than the last, and fans are watching like it's the finale of the wildest drama the industry's seen in years. It's loud, it's chaotic, and it's only heating up more from here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on this situation. You may also like one of the 2 videos on your screen right now. Make sure to check them out.